Just in 2, 3, and 4. All right. So, hi everyone. You're wondering why the Nefarious PG, why I haven't popped that interview. That's because I want to get a few things out of the way first. First off, I may from now on use Saturday for short streams, such as this one, which is a very good idea. As for Sunday streams, though, that gets a little iffy, shall we say. Some of you may have noticed that I announced a randomized Pokemon Black stream, and that I had to postpone it. Why? Well, all of a sudden I couldn't run it at more than 20 FPS, which is like 1/3 of what is acceptable. Heck, even 30 FPS would have worked, but the music also gets slowed down, and it's just a mess if I try to emulate the randomized Pokemon Black. This did not happen with regular OBS, but you know, there came a stream where I found out that suddenly OBS Studio existed and that OBS was no longer supported. At least, I think so. Don't hope so. And, yeah, and as it turns out, OBS is very, very heavy with the CPU. This also affects the stream I had planned for tomorrow, namely, Sonic Generations. In fact, I can't even play it completely without problems, without OBS Studio also slowing things down. So that's a problem. So, any help on how to make this, how to solve these problems, how to make me stream at my former capacity again, that would be appreciated. In the meantime, I'm finding will be looking for stuff that I can stream with OBS Studio actually next to it. Fuck's sake, OBS Studio. I mean, really. It annoys me. But yeah, randomized Pokemon Black. Possibly even randomized Fire Emblem may be on hold if I can't even emulate like this. And for an undetermined period of time, unfortunately. Right, let's get everything set up here. Tomorrow I will probably look at Abandonware, which is it should be pretty light. I mean, it's from frickin' DOS, pretty much. Some of the Abandonware you may be familiar with. Probably not the one that I'm going to stream tomorrow, but enough about that. Let's get to Nefarious. I'm setting that up now. Let's see here. Nefarious. I have the good ending unlocked again, because if you recall last time, nobody was watching me live last time, but last time I told Princess Mayapple to drop Dr. Cackle into a lake of deadly liquid. Because hey, I'm a human. I'm a curious being. Unfortunately, Starblade did not quite think about someone ever doing that again once they knew doing the opposite unlocked a good ending, and so I locked myself out of the good ending that I planned to freaking demonstrate already. Alright, so once more, Nefarious. This is not going to be a very long stream. That is, if the true final boss is going to cooperate. And the true final boss isn't particularly cooperative in some instances. It is ridiculous. Also, I looked into the stuff with WASD, or let's call it WASD. I heard Joel call it WASD, and you know, I like calling it WASD now. Let's try it anyway. But yeah, I looked into the stuff with WASD. Oh well, I by accident discovered what the problem was. WASD is still very much being used, but it's no longer mappable because because WASD is never used outside of menu context. Unfortunately, the Tsukachi boss, the RPG style reverse boss, is menu based. So that's why I effectively mapped up with to the same button as confirm, which led me to me being completely unable to use my grenade launcher. As for the true final boss, well, first off, let me say I love the build up to that, which you're going to see, and it's quite an excellent true final boss for the most part. Harder than I probably make it look. Alright. So, here we are at the Doom Howitzer again. So the regular final boss, which was Hypermech, with the plot contrived, with the plot contrived stones of thingamajiggery. The first two phases are kind of horrendous. You can't win the first one. You can't lose the first one because I built for the second one. Note that if that was the reverse boss fight, I would dock the fight. Any other boss fight, I would have docked it infinitely for having a phase that you cannot know damage and two phases that are pointless. But it'll pass. I mean, how else are you going to have a reverse final boss battle? How else are you going to demonstrate all three phases? The third phase, straight away from straight away from the typical reverse boss strategy, and basically went for bullet hell. A wise decision on Starblade's fight, because otherwise it would have been challenging. Now you're going to contrast. I ask you to contrast that with the true final boss. You made it. You'll be happy to know that rounded up Armenians and gathered all the princesses. Load them up into the howitzer. We have just been waiting for you. We have worked so hard. Let's end this. Crow, you're alive. I thought you were a goner. You're one tough cookie. Tougher than I thought. But I can't believe your secretary got a drop on me. Good point. Becky, as far as we know, has no powers. And she kidnaps a bee, which should be able to at least hover, so that's not physically more capable than Becky, from what you know. A prince made of energy, and a dwarf that kidnaps villains. Damn! Crowbeans, amigo, we were all a shit to a furry. I'd like us to inject a comment of joy, but I have to say, I'm not too big on glass enclosures. Can we do something about that? Crow. Listen. Playing the villain is fun, I know, but we've been through so much together. You don't need to rule the world when you have good friends. Well, it all depends from your point of view and who you're asking anyway. I mean, obviously, we're going to have to sit down and talk about this kidnapping business. But I've come to be quite fond of you, little buddy. Believe me, I rule a very small part of the world. You don't want this job. It's mostly paperwork. Correct. It is paperwork. I mean, You can't rule the world by just punching everyone into submission. Abandon this quest and release us. We can go monster hunting again, but I'll bring our own steed next time. The six of us can have a firm discussion with my sister when this is over. I do hope you'll be punch her in the face. There's so much treasure left for us to uncover. Rescue me one more time, please. We aren't asking you to be our hero. Just be our friend. Do not listen to them, boss. Do not walk away from everything we set out to achieve. There are plenty of adventures that end with princesses being rescued. It happens so frequently no one even cares about it anymore. Point taken, that's how this whole mess happened anyway. Let your adventure end with what you were made for. You have thwarted the heroes. You have kidnapped the princesses. Be the villain. Activate the device. End it. Now, this was what I was expecting the first time. You can activate the machine and trigger the bad ending anyway, but you have the option of having second thoughts. I cannot take over the world today. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. The giant scary face isn't ominous enough. Which means we should go on some more adventures to collect scary face parts. You could count on you. Foolish. I have never been an ambitious person. I would have been happy to rule the world as simply your right hand. But I can see that I've backed the wrong horse. You're a secretary. You handle my HR department. You're also dating me, remember? And your finances, logistics, all the minutiae of a running empire that you barely bother with. Yeah, sure. What are you going to do? Paperwork me to death? Something along those lines, but first I'm going to do what I do best. Delegate. My apple. Yeah. Warning, Becky is nothing short of brilliant in the scene. Crow, she says with a smile on her face. The old double cross, it's so... it's so evil. Brilliant. I can't even be mad. That's such a classic staple of villainy. Well done, Bex. Thanks, boss. What did you do that for? Now you can activate the howitzer. Never underestimate the power of paperwork. Legally speaking, do you know the specific requirements to be considered a kingdom? A fancy hat. A minimum population of 1,000 and territory to the tune of 10,000 square feet. When I press this button, the paperwork I filed to have your organization be declared a kingdom will be submitted. I have just now successfully deposed you as the ruler of your empire. Your empire, which will now be legally be classified as kingdom that I rule. Which makes me a princess. Crow is wrong here. Becky technically is not. She thought she was a princess too, but you know, she deposed the ruler, which is a king or queen that makes Becky a queen. Starblade. They decide I cannot complain. This is brilliant. My corporate kingdom is born. The first order of business is to test the Doom howitzer out. Consider this my 5-minute notice, boss. Ah boy, she's really playing this double cross thing straight. We're goners. Or not. Alright, how do we stop her? I can't move, so carrying me might be a good starting point. I mean, what do we do about Becky? You're gonna have to throw me in there. I'm not like the pencil push around my empire. Throw you? At the top of the howitzer is the cannon part. Toss me in there. I especially build my armor to withstand and absorb massive concussive force. With all the concussive force the Doom howitzer generates, it should cause a... it should cause a feedback loop. Big explosion. Very cool. But you'll die. Redemption is the leading kid of bad guys. Finales are just an occupational hazard. Besides, if I had to choose between that or the internal bleeding, give me the dramatic finish. Alright, buddy, let's do this. Becky? Or Beck? I have a bone to pick with you. Mayapple, out of professional courtesy, I advise against trying to stop me. Give me back my vampire! No. Enough blatant violence solves anything, and now I'm put in a difficult situation. My kingdom, my friends need me to set up for them. To put aside my personal beliefs and hopes. Because I've always believed in the inherent good of others. That everyone just needs the opportunity to be virtuous and kind. Yeah, remember Cackle, that's exactly why you needed to arc, I reckon. No matter how many times that outlook has let me down. You refuse to give up. I will beat a more gentle demeanor into you. How confusingly tenacious. Okay. I'm pressing the right click button, but Mayapple having just a rope dress instead of a suit of armor with grenades cannot fire them. So the first two phases draw a direct parallel to your two phases in the regular boss fight. However, as you cannot fire grenades, you have to rely on the nuisances of your kingdom, being the Reaper bots. Yeah. Oh, no. Being the Reaper bots. You need to punch me into Becky, which becomes a bit harder when she starts activating her side-to-side movement. No. This is the phase that is much harder than it looks, as you have to align yourself and your mouse to hit Becky without Becky, you know, hitting you, because she does that sometimes. Ow. And don't get to hit too many times, because the third phase is probably the biggest nuisance in the game. Even worse than Reaper bots, come to think of it. Reapers is, I believe they're called. I don't freaking know, man. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's another hit. Okay, come on. Nah. Yeah, it took me a while the first time I got to Bex. Come on. In place of continue better, I will employ my contingency plan. And now destroy your kingdom as a test of this machine's destructive capabilities. After all, we do not need you anymore. Don't let that pants push around, sister. I can get back up there. I can stop her. We can help you. I got lots of energy left, Maple. I can overcharge. Break us out for a moment. They'll just recapture us. My wings are ready, but we can lift you if we combine our strength. Jump on my axe, take Malachite's hand, and Apodia can take you the rest of the way. These are our kingdoms. We'll save them. Love for your kingdom. Now there's something I can truly get behind. Alright, no time to waste then. We have to do this now. Farah, get us started. Unlimited power! The power of teamwork. To follow up the power of friendship. So, this phase obviously is a little more capable than your third phase. However, yeah, and it just fires lasers that deal a crap ton of damage. But there's a thing. The thing is, Becky moves randomly, which is just the worst. And she fires at random, so you can stay in certain spots and you'll rarely ever get hit. However, hitting Becky is... Ow. Yeah, you're seeing this. You're seeing how hard it is to hit her. Oh, come on. This is where the fight really falls apart. It kind of falls apart in my opinion. Oh god, I was distracted by a tiny cursor next to my regular cursor. And now I pay for it. Now I'll pay for it. Well then. Wait a tick. Oh god, my Discord is not on D and D. Let me fix that real quick. Alright. Resume. And get cracking. The problem with the first phase is absolutely nothing about it makes any sense from a design standpoint, or well, pattern standpoint. Meanwhile, the Reapers come at you and that's a random formation. This combined with Becky's random movement and random firing patterns lead to it being just annoying. And that off the back of two phases that are easy and more properly challenging respectively. A bit of a shame. Though conceptually I do still like this fight. Punching, really interesting to keep, what was it, to test your capabilities. Especially when you're not, well, you don't have the option of just using Gyroc missiles or the assault fire, which would shred this boss otherwise. Even, ow, grenades. Ah. Yeah, and, you know, I do like Becky as a villain of sorts, and the takeover and all that's just great. But the third phase, man, it almost feels like that was rushed. Right, let's see if I can beat Becky now. So you can see why I wasn't entirely certain about this stream being short. It's because this phase. Get over. I hate this phase now. Come on. Yeah. No! Oh, come on! I wasn't even hit by that! Come on! Stop that! How did I do that last time? I'm trying to remember because you've seen this fight. Oh no! Okay. No. Okay, that's a hit. I think I should try to keep her on a... don't hit her if you're... I reckon... Don't hit her if she is at the top of the screen. Because gravity is working against you still. Holy shit. But if she is at the lower side of the screen, then go wild. By all means. Okay, there's a hit. I'm not happy to fight this boss at all because the third phase. somewhat breaking away somewhat from. Oh no, wait, was sorry. Ah, no, not again. Come, no. Yes. No. Yeah, and you see that the firing patterns are also lopsided. Like there's one in 3 directions per eye, and then there's one in like technically 4 directions per eye, and then there is this one that I just died to. Like, Starblade, could you have polished this fight a little more, please? Make it less random so that Becky's a consistent threat, and you can also have any sort of strategy against her that doesn't lull you into doesn't make you complacent. Nah. Come on, yes. No. Okay, another key to defeat the third phase is obviously not fucking up on the second. Sorry for going quiet already. No. No. Okay, I'm doing marginally better than last time. Now let's hope that carries over into the third phase. Yes, alright. 1.5 hearts lost to Becky. To the second phase. Time to lose some to the third phase, because I cannot say I like this anymore at all. This phase. Oh, I almost got hit by. Of course, I just sail wide with that one. Come on. No! There we go. I thought that one hit her. Yes! Yes! Oh, and also time your punches so you don't punch literally thin air. God damn it. No. Okay. Yeah, then she fires just 3 directions, then she fires 4. Although the diagonally is more dangerous. But but yeah, the way you can contrast this with the regular final boss is God. I may have to say that near the end, so I can at least beat this fight. But I'm optimistic that I can right now. No! Get over! Are you serious right now? Okay. The way you can contrast this fight with the regular final boss is that the regular final boss really suffers from having 2 effectively pointless phases. Pointless for a purpose other than being a final boss, and this fight falling apart at the third phase because, well, that. There we go. Now. Alright. Come on. I almost got her. I almost... Yes! Now's your chance. Slam dunk! I really get up. It's... Wait! I changed my mind! That still doesn't have proper sound effects. The Doom Howitzer was destroyed. This time Crow probably isn't speaking. He wasn't the last time, but then again. Heroes always turn up in the unlikeliest of places. English, I do not speak it. A princess who saw her world crumbling apart. Became her own hero and saved the four kingdoms. We still want more kingdoms. The Kochi Empire, at long last, freed from the rule of a tyrant. Rip Tefra. Winter down, some things never change. Poor Meccano. Like Eggman, he never wins. You should hire Crow, because Crow is now a victorious bad guy for hire. Insectia is back in business. Adaptical Labs, friends restored. Bulk friend. I mean, it makes me laugh, but still, the walking robots gimmick was overstaying is welcome in that stage. Heartless Abyss, new adventure on the horizon. Hey, they were boring my Deathbot. Bramble Flat, old friends stick together. Yeah, my ship is still gone. The Villain Museum, new exhibits. I believe oh yeah, alright, I was there already in my blind run. Macro City, where it all began. Oh god, this. I hope he's still out there somewhere. He may be a villain, but he came through for his friends in the end. I wish to apologize for my previous actions. Oh, it's fine, Mac. What about it, huh? Do you want to give Mac Apple another try? Oh, you and your shipping names. Oh, Mac, sweetie. No. 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 Not a chance. But it's very sweet of you to offer. Mayaple's a freaking mystery, man. Ah, bolts. Now, yes, Nefarious. So yeah, I really like that ending. It makes Becky one of my favorite indie villains. Not that I've seen a whole lot of indie villains, but yeah, and Becky is straight up. Oh, great, Crow was voiced. Yeah. None of the names from voice actors are familiar, but anyway, Becky, I'd even put her up there with regular villains that I really like. I generally just like Nefarious as cast as a whole, which again is a general consensus for Nefarious. Everything outside of the gameplay is good, and sound design, though that's also got fixed in the update, but the game itself suffers from problems. Yeah, I've demonstrated some problems with design, and the reverse boss fights has a very reverse difficulty curve, which spikes in the end. And what was it again? Wait a minute, there are more voiceovers! I need to check the credits again when I get the chance. But what was it? this is still a game after my own heart despite its flaws. I hope there's going to be a sequel that is a lot better, but at the same time I'm thinking maybe Nefarious is better off as a graphic novel. Which again is something that Josano, the maker of Nefarious, is doing on Patreon. A Patreon funded graphic novel. Check it out, especially check out the trailer because it is sung by a pretty good crow voice by Xander Mobus, which is a new voice actor, but on the rise. For one, he's the narrator for Smash 4, among other things. So now I'm finally done with this game. I should probably not satisfy my curiosity next time I do something like this by doing something that does not get me a good ending in my newfound fear that it will lock me out of that ending during a stream. It was still stupid. Let's throw it into a lake. Natural selection and all that. No. So, that was Nefarious for real this time. Next, Abandonware. Also, I'm going to work off screen, of course, on preparations for my next O30 Install Simulator stream. The fate of any newer games or more demanding on the CPU games, that's uncertain. But again, please help me out with this. I forgot about this ending. Whoops. Well, turns out they're both alive. Things got a little out of hand, did it not, boss? Only a little. I cannot believe the plan fell apart like that. Losing gracefully is part of the complete villain package. I guess it is. So, are we cool? Yeah, we're cool. I'm dogging your pay, but we're cool. Balls. We'll come back with a better plan. One that even friendship can foil. But in the meantime, I could use a vacation. The end. For real this time. Yeah. I, for some reason, ship those two. I don't know why. So, that, again, was Nefarious. For real. Fate, so yeah, I was, in the install simulator will be prepared for, there will be Abandonware, some of which with Joel has streamed, but I don't really care. I don't really care if I do something that others have done every now and again. And yeah, please let me know what about if you know something that could lead to me streaming something like, say, XCOM again, or like Sonic Generations, or even randomized Pokemon Black. Please help me with that. But that's enough pleading for help. I'll be back tomorrow, and the announcement will come in due time. See you later.